Hello everyone, what is going on? So, Konami, the company behind the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, has had such big announcements and such big news already early this year. Not only are they bringing out crazy new sets to the TCG, new legacy support for things like the Flame Swordsman, but they're also bringing out all new archetypes like the Voiceless Voice. But the TCG is actually not the things that I'm here to talk about today. I'm talking about the two big new announcements that Konami's actually doing. Those being the new animes that are coming out this year or next year. It hasn't been exactly clear as to when it's fully coming out. But these anime are actually completely different than the anime that we've had before. Normally it's a protagonist and an antagonist, and they use dueling to fight one another to stop some of the end of the world type of plan or something like that. These new anime are actually completely different than that. They are not related to characters playing the game at all. They're actually related to the lore of the cards and the worlds themselves. They have already shown a bit of the lore and stories behind some of these characters and archetypes in the kind of loading screen in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel or in the single-player Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel game, where you can see on how different civilizations have kind of lived in different worlds and universes. They're going to be using stories of popular archetypes like Fallen of Albaz and Dogmatica, and to show on how the war between those two actually happened, or even actually stories of less popular archetypes like the Ice Barriers. But it shows even clips of how they are breaking out and fighting against Tarantula, which is still to this day a pretty strong synchro monster. The one that they showed in this trailer so far that I'm most excited about are definitely Six Samurai. Even though I never played Six Samurai before when it was popular, the story behind Six Samurai is quite interesting, and just the ancient warriors of the samurais fighting is going to be so cool. I am also really excited about the story of the Tarantula, the Ice Barrier, because seeing big dragons and the mages and everything fighting against everything, that's going to be super cool. The mech suit battles fights with AA Zeus is going to be such a big Gundam-like type of story, so I can't wait for that one. But the one that I'm most interested in is definitely going to be the Fallen of Albaz Dogmatica. That one has such lore and story behind it, and I play the branded deck already as is, so I know a decent amount about the branded story. So that's definitely the one I'm most interested in seeing. The other big announcement that Konami has done recently, that they are introducing an official VR Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. Now I know that ever since Yu-Gi-Oh! Has come out and they showed people playing the card and then a hologram comes out and people in real life trying to do it, it's been a thing that has been around forever. People have always been wanting to do that. Now, because I don't speak any Japanese, I don't know exactly what the full game is actually going to be like, but the demo that they showed on stage looks super crazy. What they showed was a very basic duel between your character and Seto Kaiba, so it makes it as if you are more in the world, kind of like the virtual world arc in the original Duel Monsters anime, where you're kind of going around this world, experiencing different characters and creatures as you move along, which I really think will be a really cool, very interesting way of selling this game. Though, I really hope they kind of have different kind of game modes built into this VR type of experience. In other words, I think they should have like a Duel Links style game where it's only the 3 cards, 3 columns, a Master Duel where you're playing regular TCG where you're summoning a lot, normal summoning, special summoning, doing a bunch of combos and plays, and then going into also this different type of world where you're actually kind of walking around, and it's more kind of like Pokemon style where you're interacting with the different monsters in the world and you have a deck to kind of play around and interact with the monsters in this world. Would be super cool and interesting. I personally have never owned anything for a VR console. I've used them, I've played them, but I've never had the reason to want to buy it. I'm a big enough Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan that this would make me want to buy a VR console just to play like this game. Only time will tell to see where this game is actually going to be going in the future. So there you go. 2 new big announcements coming from Konami, especially since they're not even actually TCG related like everything else normally is. I personally am more excited about the animes that are coming out because I'd love to see some of this lore and some of the kind of cool fights that would happen between the characters from different archetypes in the TCG. But I'm excited in the future to see where this VR is going to lead to. Let me know in a comment below what you are more excited about between these two products. And if you like any of the content that I make sure to hit subscribe. It will let you know when the next video is coming out. Until next time, I will see you later. Bye.